You are Locked On 76ers Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Philadelphia, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome into the show, everybody. Your Philadelphia 76ers end up taking it to the LA Lakers tonight to the tune of 118-104. Tyrese Maxey dropped 43 points. And I don't know how many back-to-backs the Lakers played last night, how many games they played last night. It looked like in Charlotte they had like a YMCA 4-hour run where they just, win by 2 up to 11, and they just kept going and going and going. They looked shut in tonight's game. And I'm not taking anything away from the Sixers because the Sixers are playing with Tyrese Maxey. And then the Lakers double down, unfortunately, on being terrible tonight by not only looking exhausted, but they lose Anthony Davis due to an abdominal injury is how you say that. Just so you know, I am playing hurt tonight myself. I am battling the flu, and it's been a losing battle all day. But I'm here with you because there's no greater cure than the red light. And once that red light goes on, it's showtime, baby. And when it comes to the Lakers, they were not the showtime tonight. Tyrese Maxey was. But I called something out earlier in the day on my own daily podcast, and I said, this Sixers team is probably going to end up congratulating the Philadelphia Eagles because if you noticed, Philadelphia sports fans watching across the globe, all that, the Flyers, they congratulated the Eagles. That was cool. Let's see here. The Phillies, they congratulated the Eagles. The Union, the Wings, all these teams in Philadelphia congratulated the Philadelphia Eagles. You know who did not congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles? Oh my goodness gracious! I guess there's a conflict of interest. Josh Harris, owner of the 76ers, who, as I think everyone knows right now, and also owner of the Washington Commanders, his Sixers did not immediately congratulate the Philadelphia Eagles, who won on Sunday, by the way. Then Monday happened, nothing. And then Tuesday happened, which is tonight. And A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Brandon Graham. How about BG wearing the conference championship cap? How about that? They were there tonight. They were supporting the Sixers. Jahan Dotson was there, a former Washington Commander. And they were there tonight. And then, as I knew they would, the Philadelphia 76ers cowered, and they congratulated the NFC East champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, of course you did. Too little, too late. We know what you did there. We know what you did. Welcome into the show. My name is Marc. This is Locked On Sports Philadelphia. Locked On 76ers postcast. And again, the Eagles, they handle their business on Sunday and today against LeBron James. Tonight against LeBron James, the Philadelphia 76ers with Tyrese Maxey just going off. It felt like tonight that he just wasn't going to miss. And Tyrese Maxey went off tonight for 43 points, his third 40-point performance of the night, 2 points shy of his season-high 45 points. Really would have loved to have seen him be able to sit out the entire fourth quarter. Unfortunately, the Lakers made a little bit of a wee bit of a run, but Sixers were able to squash that with Tyrese Maxey coming back into the game. There's a number of guys I want to shout out tonight, and we will do that in just 1 second. But remember, this is Locked On 76ers postcast, and don't forget your favorite podcast now has a newsletter introducing Locked On 76ers daily newsletter, one stop for the ultimate team and league coverage. How about that? And it's delivered right to your inbox. Sign up for free at LockedOnDaily.com. That's LockedOnDaily.com, and start your day with the all-new free Locked On 76ers newsletter. This particular episode is brought to you by the wonderful people at FanDuel. From the first whistle to the final game as the Super Bowl is here, FanDuel makes the NFL playoffs even more exciting. Right now, new customers at FanDuel. That's right, new customers at FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com, can bet just $5, and you can win your score $200 in bonus bets. How about that? If you win that first $5 bet, you'll score $200 in bonus bets. That's FanDuel.com. Visit FanDuel.com. Bet with FanDuel, official partner of Super Bowl 59. Number one, 3 big things. Boom, boom, boom. Number one, Tyrese Maxey. I said yesterday, or no, when did we do the last show here? Was it Saturday? Whatever we did. I said, I want Tyrese Maxey to go for 50 in that game. We knew Joel Embiid wasn't going to be playing. He practiced. He did handstands, so that's cool. That's fun. That's a good time. You know what else he did? He did not much. That's pretty much it. He shot around a little bit. During the post-game interview with Tyrese Maxey, he mentioned that Joel Embiid was shooting around, and that's all he knows. That's all he knows. Paul George, he's going to get probably more information on his MRI on his fifth it's pinky in his shooting hand, okay? He's going to get that. We're going to get more information from the MRI tomorrow, so I look forward to that. But I just thought Tyrese Maxey, knowing also that the Lakers are coming off the back-to-back where they were in Charlotte. They already flew cross-country. They were at the Warriors, then they were in Charlotte, and now they're in Philadelphia on the back-to-back tonight. I just had a good feeling about Tyrese Maxey tonight. And Tyrese Maxey, the thing that I have been on him with this year is volume shooting versus efficient shooting. And tonight was a beautiful example of efficient shooting from Tyrese Maxey. How about that? Look at the numbers for Maxey tonight. He goes out there, 36 minutes, shoots 15 of 26 from the floor, 4 of 11, not that great, but 4 of 11 from beyond the arc, 9 of 9 from the free throw line for his 43 points on the evening. He also gets you 2 steals, 2 assists, 3 boards. Not too bad for Tyrese Maxey. Love to see this kind of game from Maxey. And he had a charge in him from the start of the game. Him and Guerschon Yabusele, who I'll talk about in a second. But Maxey comes out there with 15 points in the first quarter. He goes ahead and finishes with 27 points in the first half on his way to that 43-point performance. How special of a player is he? And especially if he's coming into his own. And I love that they talked about it tonight on the broadcast about how this has to be Tyrese Maxey's team because you don't know when you're going to have Paul George. You don't know when you're going to have Joel Embiid. And we've all been waiting for that. What's the next Maxian leap? When he just keeps on getting substantially better year after year. Well, the only way he can get better than what he has been is if he competes for an MVP. And I'm going to go ahead and say that's not going to happen this year. But it's good to have goals. And he was playing tonight like everything was on the line. He smelled blood in the water when it came to the Lakers being tired. Smelled blood in the water with Bronny being out there tonight. That guy is not an NBA player. Goodness gracious. Oof. But Maxey smelled the blood in the water, and he was like a shark and went after it tonight for the Lakers. So I loved what I saw from Tyrese Maxey. Number 2 on the list tonight. Somebody else that I got to talk about here. I'm going to get to him. Guerschon Yabusele. I feel like everyone's pronouncing it different now. Yabusele. Talk about a guy starting out with a charge tonight. His dunk with Anthony Davis trailing him and blowing by Bronny in that first quarter was thunderous. It was violent, is what it was. And this guy, throughout the game, at one point he left, he came back, and he still gutted out a really solid performance tonight for the Sixers, despite the fact that he only played, I think it was 27 minutes tonight for the Sixers. But 6 of 9 shooting from the floor, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 14 points in total, 4 steals, 5 rebounds, 2 offensive boards. Not bad for him either tonight. And I love the year this guy's having. And I know immediately when you start talking about Guerschon Yabusele with this Sixers team, you start talking about the NBA trade deadline, which isn't all that far away. I do not want to see him go anywhere. And I honestly, I hate when general managers and teams do this. I don't want the Sixers to pack it in. I don't want the Sixers to sell. I thought the whole reason we were supposed to, again, and I'm not in favor of this, but I thought the whole reason we were supposed to be extra super patient with Joel Embiid this year, I thought that was because they were really saving him for the end of the season so he could be as healthy and as rested as possible for the postseason. Apparently not. If they trade Guerschon Yabusele, I don't know what they're going to get back. Who knows? I don't see them making a big splash. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to go to the finals. No, I don't see that happening with the Sixers squad, unfortunately. But I'd love to see him stick around. Because here's one thing. In a team where you got Tyrese Maxey, certainly, but you also got Paul George, you also got Joel Embiid. In a team like that, I know what I'm getting from Guerschon Yabusele. I'm getting grit. I'm getting hustle. I'm getting some points. I'm getting some rebounds. I'm getting some steals. I've seen some Thunder jams. I know what I'm getting from him, and I would love to continue to see that from him as he continues his career with the 76ers, and hopefully that's at least the rest of the year. So he's number 2. Number 1 is Maxey. Number 2 is Guerschon Yabusele. And number 3, Ricky Council, just a couple days ago, gets optioned to the Bluecoats, and then all of a sudden, bing, bang, boom, he's back. And he's in the Sixers lineup, and he's getting out there tonight. And he played 20-plus minutes for the Sixers tonight. And 19 minutes for the Sixers tonight. 16 points for Rookie Council the fourth. I really loved his game last year. Just look, I'm not looking at him to be an all-star or anything like that, but just as a rotational player, he was helping the Sixers a little bit towards the end of the season. The one game I always think about is the game against the San Antonio Spurs, where he came off the bench and having not played. He was the fresh legs the Sixers needed in the fourth quarter, and I think overtime as well, to give him that, again, surge or charge. And tonight, after getting the option down, if you will, and then brought right back up as he's dealing and fighting for minutes with Justin Edwards now, who did not really impress all that much tonight. You see a guy like Ricky Council IV go out there and just put his best foot forward tonight. Thunder jams, one big three. I think that's all he had in the game tonight. Yeah, one. No, it was the 3 for 6 from beyond the arc tonight. The one big three came late in the second quarter when it made it 64-53. He knocked down that three, and he felt really good about the Sixers just dominating from that point on, and that's exactly what they did. So loves what I saw from Ricky Council the fourth tonight, especially with that 16-point performance. And, hey, 3 threes made by him. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Also, when it comes to some of the other role players on this team, we'll get to that in a second. But all in all, I felt like the Sixers as a team knew they had an opportunity here to not lose. They knew they were getting a Lakers team that was exhausted. They knew they were getting a Lakers team that was cooked. And from jump, the Sixers handled their business against this team. They came out, even Stevens, 25-25 in the first quarter. Then they came out in the second quarter and just walloped the Lakers, 48-32. It was a phenomenal performance there in that first half. And it was actually, how about this, 73-57 at the half. That's the most points in a half the Sixers have scored this season. So if you're going to do it against LeBron James, do it on national TV, and TNT embraced it, certainly. So they got that going for themselves tonight. And then as the game went on, the Sixers, anytime there would be a little blip showing that the Lakers had a little bit of a heartbeat, most notably in the midway point of that third quarter, Tyrese Maxey just turned it on. And this Sixers squad right now, as they sit here before they go and take on the Sacramento Kings, they pulled it within 9 games of 500. And when you look at the NBA standings, you see where the Sixers are in all of this. When you look at the conference and where they could end up, the Sixers are still 1 game behind the Chicago Bulls, 17.5 games behind the 10th playoff spot, or play-in tournament, I should say, is occupied by the Bulls. The Bulls are 17.5 games behind the first-place Cavs, who the Sixers just beat. And the Sixers are just 1 game behind those Bulls. So you just keep hoping that they keep the momentum going. And how about this? Sixers are able to go out there tonight with this, again, no Joel Embiid, no Tyrese Maxey, or excuse me, no Paul George. And they go out there and they win their 3rd game in a row. Baby steps. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the role players for your Sixers tonight and see what they were able to contribute to the 76ers' 3rd consecutive win. Sixers now sit at 18-27 on the year. That's when we return to the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, Locked On 76ers Postcast. FanDuel. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun with FanDuel. Oh, my goodness gracious. How about this? Super Bowl 59 is here. 1 game. 2 teams, endless possibilities. And there's no better way to make every play more exciting than with FanDuel Sportsbook. Whether it's predicting the first touchdown, calling the MVP, or even betting on the coin toss, FanDuel makes it easy to get in on all the action. With live betting and all game long, you can just adjust your bets and as the game unfolds, and feel free to enjoy the thrill from kickoff when you find the final whistle. When you stumble across the end of the game, you'll be having a blast with FanDuel. The live betting features, it's unbelievable. You stay involved no matter what happens on the field, and the app is super easy to navigate. Plus, knowing that you can place a $5 bet and potentially win $200 in bonus bets for the Super Bowl, that's the icing on the cake. Come on now. Right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 1.5 points. They are at -1.5 for this game going in against the Philadelphia Eagles coming up a week from Sunday. 6:35 kickoff. Super Bowl MVP, no shocker here. Patrick Mahomes going off at +110. Saquon Barkley going off at +280. Jalen Hurts going off at +370. Travis Kelce +1,800. A.J. Brown plus 3,200, Xavier Worthy plus 3,000. Download or head to the FanDuel.com to get started. That's FanDuel.com and bet just $5. If you win, you'll score $200 in bonus bets. That's FanDuel.com. Bet with FanDuel, official partner of Super Bowl 59. Adem Bona is a guy that I've been trying to pay a lot of attention to for your 10-9-8 76ers in this game. And what did he do tonight? I talked about Guerschon Yabusele being able to throw one down on AD as AD was trailing him. I talked about Guerschon being able to blow past Bronny on his way for that Thunder Jam in the first quarter. How about Adem Bona getting LeBron James in his book with one of his 3 blocks on the evening? He also had 5 offensive rebounds. I want to look. He got 20 minutes tonight. He only scored 4 points. 2 of those came at the free throw line. I don't care. I want to continue to see the maturation process. There are a couple of spots that he had that if he just continues to get minutes, he'll be able to finish at the rim, and that's been a big problem for him. He puts himself in the right spot. He puts himself at the right spot at the right time, and he can't convert. He either gets fouled or he misses it. I would love this guy gets multiple N1 opportunities every single night that he's out there. Would love to see him be able to convert those. And tonight, he was right on the doorstep, and he only went 1 for 5 from the floor. And again, from the free throw line, 2 for 5. Got to be better than that. But 4 points overall, 6 rebounds, 5 of those on the offensive glass. You love to see the Sixers take care of that. One more thing. When it comes to Justin Edwards, I mentioned him struggling. Oh, boy. Justin Edwards tonight, 29 minutes, 7 points in 29 minutes played, and he started the game for the Sixers. Not ideal. Not ideal. The guy that just got bumped down, the guy that we talked about in the opening segment, Enrique Council IV, much better showing for the Sixers tonight and played 10 fewer minutes. Not a good sign there for Justin Edwards, although I do hope that he keeps on building and have those flashes every once in a while. But all in all, I just loved what I saw from the Sixers role players. And you look throughout the last 3 games, whether it's Tyrese Maxey or whoever, these guys are really having each other's back. And when you don't have your MVP candidate, as we all know all too well, you need somebody else to step up there. You need to have these role players stepping up and rolling. And so far, over the last couple of games, that's exactly what you've been able to enjoy. Maxey needs to assert himself with efficient scoring as the team leader, unquestioned, especially with or without Paul George, and especially when there's no Joel Embiid. And then those guys behind him, Kelly Oubre, another 20-point performance for him, need to continue to follow suit in that, and that's what you got tonight. And you talk about a guy that could be that spark. Kelly Oubre was, again, doing things to get to the rim, get and finish, get layups, be able to play tough basketball. And you look at Kelly Oubre, and he's a pencil. Now, he wasn't exactly efficient in his scoring tonight, like I'm asking Tyrese Maxey to be. But when you see him stay around the rim, you see him try to play bully ball himself by forcing his way to the rim. These are all great things to see from a guy like Kelly Oubre, especially if you're having limited minutes from Guerschon Yabusele in the middle of the game. So I love what I see from this team and just hope they keep on growing. I see a couple of comments I want to get to. Let me just check the this was wild. Maxey 43, next highest 20 with Oubre, 16 with Ricky Council. Eric Gordon 3 for 3, or should be 3 for 6 from beyond the arc, 3 for 3 from the line. He had a deep 3 in this game tonight, and Guerschon Yabusele with the 14 points. You love to see it. Let's get into the chat check and see how you guys are doing on this fine evening. Ari, what's going on, Ari? Everyone's saying hello. Feeling better? At least the Sixers winning helps with the flu. Still battling the flu. I feel terrible. But thought about calling out tonight. Thought about taking the night off. But I'm a warrior. All right? I'm a warrior. I'm not doing handstands like Joel Embiid, but I'm a warrior. I couldn't. Especially when the Sixers were just rolling in this game. And how aggressive Tyrese Maxey was throughout this game. I couldn't miss this. Come on now. Maxey in the second quarter, by the way, knocked down a hell of a 3, a deep 3. Made it 51-43. Then he got the steal. And then he got a trip to the line where he made, of course, both free throws because he was 9 for 9 tonight. Also love that we heard from Jared McCain tonight that he's just going to continue to be, to work, and it's all part of the plan, and just seems like he has the best possible attitude you can have at a terrible, end to his rookie season. Also, Rising Stars Challenge. It's good to see that he was nominated to that, even though he won't play a Rising Stars team, rather. So it's good to see that as well. Love all of that. But thank you, Ari. No, not feeling better. I'm hoping I can do tomorrow's my show tomorrow. Crazy, what's going on? Crazy. I hope Paul George stubbed pinky finger heals soon. What are we doing? Like, what world are we in where this is the way these guys play? Like, I think about this a lot, and I know I think I've gone on this rant before on the show, but when I look at the 76ers, especially, and all the injury issues we dealt with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and even going back to Andrew Bynum, oh my goodness gracious. When I look back on all that, I feel like we've been taken advantage of as a fan base just to the nth degree. To the nth degree, we've been taken advantage of as a fan base. And also, it just feels like nowadays athletes are asked to do less and get paid more. And normally the money doesn't bother me, but when I see less of the product I want to see, it kind of bothers me. And knowing that I'm part of the problem. Because I'd pay to go see a team, as many of you would. Maybe not this Sixers team right now because they're not exactly the most popular in the city right now. And that's with or without the Eagles in the Super Bowl. If the Eagles weren't in the Super Bowl right now, God forbid. But if the Eagles weren't in the Super Bowl right now, we'd still be talking about the Eagles more than the 76ers. Let's see. Elliot, what's up, Elliot? Nice to see you, man. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Laugh out loud. Go. I love that quote. Godfather 3. Let's go Sixers. Hope lives. Thank you for mentioning hope. Because, Elliot, and thank you very much, the 76 or Tyrese Maxey is doing the interview after the game tonight. And he gets asked the question about Joel Embiid. He gets asked the question about, the trade deadline coming around the corner. What are you looking to, at a game like this, what are you looking to show the front office? And he said, hope. I want to give them hope that we can be what we are. And you look around Christmas time, he pointed out Christmas time, what we could have been. When you go back to December, and they had Joel Embiid playing a little bit. They had Paul George out there. And you look at that December run, where all of a sudden they rattled off 4 wins in a row out of nowhere at the end of December. They ended up winning, I forget what the total was. Yeah, they went from 3-14 to 13-17. That's a nice little run for those Sixers. And they started flirting with some 500 basketball. Let's get that going again. I would love to see that sooner rather than later when it comes to your 76ers. Darkwing Ducky, what's going on? Farzi, you going to be in NOLA next week? I will not be in NOLA. I have other responsibilities, unfortunately, and I will not be able to attend. But one of the things that I was getting into earlier in the show was the idea of the 76ers not supporting the Philadelphia Eagles with a congratulations tweet, right? Or post, whatever. In case you hadn't seen it, I think I showed this at the start of the show. But tonight, the 76ers posted with A.J. Brown, Jahan Dotson, and Devontae Smith, Darius Slay, Brandon Graham. Is that Mekhi Becton? That's not Mekhi Becton. Cooper DeJean, Reed Blankenship. But those guys in attendance tonight, sitting courtside. Your 76ers tweeted this out. NFC champs in the house. Congrats, Eagles. As I've told you guys in the past, this Sixers team buckles. This Sixers ownership buckles. They just buckled most recently here with the Eagles being in the house. They actually congratulated them after not doing it at the start of this weekend, of this month. We had to deal with the Sixers pulling out of being in Center City with their stadium. They invested in Sam Hinkie way back when, only to buckle at the demand of the league and bring in the Colangelos. How about that? And just time and time again, they get pushed around. Oh, yeah, during COVID when they want to cut everybody's salaries, right? And then everyone in the world called them out on it, and then they didn't. They buckled to that pressure. Not surprised at all that they buckled in again, or buckled with congratulating the Philadelphia Eagles being out there tonight. The NFC East champions beating Josh Harris's Commanders. Little too late, if you ask moi. All right, what do I want to see from the 76ers up next? I want to see them handle their business. That's what I want to see. I want to see them continue to handle their business. That's what I need. When I look at them taking on Sacramento 7:30 tomorrow night in a back-to-back, hoping to feel a lot better by then. The Sixers, by the way, right now are – I thought I just saw their favorites. I did not. That's okay. The Kings are 71% favorites to win in the ESPN analytics. The Kings are 24-22 on the season. The Sixers now 18-27. As I mentioned, they pulled one game excuse me, 9 games under 500 with the win tonight. Last time facing Sacramento, oh boy, Domantas Sabonis dominated the Sixers. Hopefully that won't be the case this time around, and you get Tyrese Maxey out there doing his thing. Sir Sketchable, what's going on, Sir Sketchable? Sir Sketchable, just keeping up on my post-game commentary until Philly season. Thank you. Get Farzy on Eagles postcast duty next season. Would love to. I just have some other things going on, unfortunately. They never let Hinkie finish the job. Jabroni, says Sir Sketchable. Let's not act like, and I love people that were complete, like 100% in on the process. I've blown their minds with this little factoid. Like, you know that Sam Hinkie would have traded Joel Embiid like 2 years ago, right? If Sam Hinkie was allowed to see this through, who knows? Maybe the Sixers, they win a championship. Maybe they get the guys that they want, and they build around and all that. But maybe they don't take Ben Simmons. Maybe they don't take Markelle Fultz. Maybe they take Jason Tatum. Oh, he wasn't available. Put it past anybody to try to pull one over on Danny Ainge. I wouldn't mind it. But wasn't meant to be. But yes, I have no doubt in my mind that if Sam Hinkie was still the general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles, Philadelphia 76ers, he would have traded Joel Embiid 2 years ago. All right, what's going on? Hello again. In 2 weeks, they'll be sitting outside as Super Bowl champs. I hope so. As far as you got Fighting's open day tickets, as far as you can't fetch the bar. Nope, no tickets for the Phillies, but I am eagerly awaiting. Spoiler, I'm not feeling so great about the Phillies this year. My expectations, this is the lowest they have been in quite some time. If Andrew Painter can pitch a full season and gets 35 starts and he's dominant and Zach Wheeler's the same, then maybe I'll feel different. But I still feel like it's the same free-swinging lineup. I don't feel great about our Philadelphia Phillies. Once again, up next for your Philadelphia 76ers, they're going to take on the Sacramento Kings. That game coming up tomorrow night on a back-to-back, 7:30 tomorrow night in South Philadelphia. The Sixers will then wrap up this this back-to-back series. Then I believe they go out on the road after that. Sixers hopefully take it to the Kings. Oh, no, then they got Denver, then they got Boston, they got Dallas, they got Miami, all at home. Nice big fat homestand before they take the All-Star break. Yeah, a lot of home games. All-Star break coming up Wednesday, February 12th, and then we won't see the Sixers until the following Thursday. So they're off 11 games. I will miss you during that stretch. Oh, courtside, not outside. That makes more sense. All right, thank you. Thanks, everybody in the chat. You guys are wonderful as per usual. Once again, Sixers Kings tomorrow night, 7:30. Hopefully I'll be back with you guys and feeling 100% and not this fog brain that I got going on right now. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. My name is Marc Farzetta. This is right here, Locked On Sports Philadelphia, Locked On 76ers postcast on the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow night, hopefully breaking down a 4th consecutive Philadelphia 76ers victory over the Sacramento Kings. See you guys then. Bye.